Yeah, I think I was handling the match pretty well. The first two quarter, I was really consistent. I was not missing much. In the third quarter, he started to take more risk. He was um, he was doing some really good shots, and still it got close. I think that at some point we were like 12 all, and he played a good point. So that was really close. The fourth quarter was even more closer. And I was leading all the way. I was pretty sure I was gonna make it, and suddenly it flipped over. I don't really know how, but that's a little bit unlucky. And yeah, he did some crazy shot. Congrats to him. He was pretty aware of the rule. The only thing is that he never really experienced it, so probably he was finding his rhythm with the timing of the clock during the point and everything. I felt like he was rushing a little bit in the beginning, but then he slowed down the pace, and yeah, it was. I think it was a pretty good match there. Honestly, I was feeling like I cannot lose this match with this scenario. I have to win it, and when I ended up losing, I could not believe it. But this is tennis. I mean, you never know until the end, and sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it's not, and you have to accept it. You don't have fun when you lose, honestly. Um, this is a format where you have to be really concentrated because in between points it goes really fast. And if you just lose your concentration for a little bit, then you can lose like 4 or 5 points in a row. So you have to keep your concentration really high all the way. And in these circumstances, you cannot really enjoy it. You know, you're just thinking about, okay, what do I have to do? Just be ready for the next one and keep on going. So you have fun when you win, and I'm not gonna have fun today. It's a lot of difference. On the ATP tour, it's way easier to concentrate. Um, here you have the music, you have a short time in between points, you have people standing up in behind, you have people filming. I mean, at some point I could not really return because a woman was with her flash, and I was like, well, I cannot tell her to stop the flash. I mean, so it's a completely different things, but I think for the crowd it's also enjoyable because you're way more free to express what you feel and to just enjoy. And yeah, I think it's a good compliment. Honestly, I was concentrated. So at some point, when you're concentrated, you don't really pay attention to the music. Um, Also, maybe I've played some matches before in this condition, so I know what it feels and I know how it is. But yeah, it's different, but it's not something that was bothering me. So if it can be fun for the crowd and also not bothering the player, so why not? I think it's a pretty good speed. It's not too fast, not too slow. It fits my game pretty well. So yeah, I was thinking all the conditions are here today for me to win the match, and I was still not able to win it. So I'm pretty mad at myself right now. No, I think the tour has to stay the same. Uh, Maybe you could change a couple of rules, like playing with the no let or this kind of stuff, but you don't have to make big change about the rule. But I think those kind of competitions or events, how you call, I don't know, but it's a good compliment, and the more you're gonna see those kind of things, the more the crowd is gonna love it. So I think if the ATP is willing to work together with this kind of events, it would be really good for the players, really good for tennis because the crowd is gonna see something different and the crowd is probably gonna love it. So it's always the same. I think Patrick is doing an amazing job building these events, and I hope the ATP is gonna understand that and gonna be helping him in the futures to promote these kind of things. I know at the moment it's not easy because the ATP is not allowing the competition to happen in the same week as a Masters 1000 or ATP 500. So it's also not easy to find the best players, but you know it's like in everything. You have to be smart and see how you can manage to put things together, and it would be a good benefit for the player anyway. Yeah, I feel like you need to have a good cardio because you know it never stops basically. So after 5 6 minutes, it starts to be harder, and if you cannot really handle the pace, then you might you might start losing 1 2 3 points in a row, and it's getting tough. So you need to be ready physically, and also the serve is pretty important. You have only one serve, so if you can handle a good second serve, I think it's a big part of the game. That was probably my weakness today, but yeah, I didn't play enough UTS to say exactly which type of game it's fitting the most. But I think the first thing that comes to my mind is that you need to be fit to be ready to handle the pace. I think first of all, I love the game. For me, tennis is pretty fun. I like being on tour. Um, I have to be honest, it's a good life. It's a good job. I know a lot of players are complaining about playing too much, being exhausted, but at some point you need to realize that it's also a job that is pretty cool. It's giving you a good paycheck. So yeah, you need to keep your feet on the ground and realize that. But yeah, I like this life. Of course, it's getting harder. You know, when I wake up in the morning, it's harder to walk. I feel like my body is rusty, my body is sore. But I'm just trying my best. I feel like physically I'm definitely not as good as before, but I'm trying to still improve my tennis so it can manage a good balance. And yeah, I mean, as long as I'm able to play some good tournaments, I'm gonna try to continue. I'm still working hard to keep a decent level, and if my ranking is dropping and then I would have to go back to Challenger, I would think about stopping, which happened this year. I was saying at the end of the summer, if I'm not back in the top 100, I would stop. But I was lucky enough or good enough, I don't know, to get some good result and being back. So now it's nice again, let's say.